Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors are known for having a fantastic dynasty, but did they just hand off the torch to the Boston Celtics in their loss yesterday as the Celtics absolutely throttle the Golden State Warriors and prove to the rest of the NBA that they are the scariest team, and Steph Curry seems to agree? We'll be breaking down all of that and more on this episode of Celtics Digest. I'm Bruce Veliz, and without further ado, let's get into this Celtics content. We're going to be recapping all this fantastic news. If you guys are new here, make sure to grab a snack and get ready, as it is going to be a jam-packed episode as we dive in looking at the first topic at hand, which are some quick shout-outs here. We're going to give quick little shout-outs to some of our favorite Celtics players and some Celtics that have stood out in recency for the Celtics. First one we're going to be looking at is a tweet from Dan Greenberg going over Jaylen Brown, who absolutely terrorized the Golden State Warriors in the first quarter, yesterday's game. But since the All-Star break, he's averaging 27 points, 6 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 1 block on 60% shooting from the field, 45% shooting from 3, and 3 3-pointers per game with only 1.4 turnovers, which is absolutely fantastic for this Boston Celtics squad. Jaylen Brown being criticized always for his dribbling, being criticized for his turnovers, and clearly proved everybody wrong in yesterday's victory versus the Golden State Warriors. Their game plan was to sag off an all-star, treat him like a Ben Simmons-esque player, which in my opinion was a blasphemous decision to come out from Draymond Green and Steve Kerr to even admit that this was the way that they wanted to play. If you guys missed it, we posted in our community Jaylen Brown clapping back at Steve Kerr as well. That was fantastic to see. Jaylen Brown proving everybody wrong and proving all the casuals wrong. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about Jaylen Brown and how well he's been performing, because he's truly been a menace for this squad. He's also been averaging around 20 points in the first quarter for the Celtics' last 4 to 5 games, which is just an absolute fantastic feat. We're going to dive into another tweet as well from Noah Dalzell here, talking about Sam Hauser, talking about how he's improved on defense and how teams often pick on him at that end of the ball. Says, I think I'll understand I'm underrated as a top defender my whole career, and to be quite honest, because of who I am and because I'm a white shooter in the NBA, people are going to disrespect me from being a good defender. This is from the Raptors podcast, which has Mark D'Amico in it. Does a very, very solid job. If you guys missed it, check it out. He dives in talking all these fantastic quotes with Sam Hauser. But honestly and truly, Sam Hauser has done a full 180 on me this season and has proven to the Celtics that he can be a fantastic defender. If we want to look at StatMuse's stats, we can see Sam Hauser has a defensive rating of 113.9, and the best defensive rating in the whole entire NBA is Rudy Gobert at a 103. Therefore, Sam Hauser isn't that too far away, and some of these other Celtics have definitely helped him ingrained in that defense. Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, 2 very good wing defenders, have definitely bought into that defensive side, and Sam as well has bought into that as well, being able to be a solid defender at the 3-point line and be able to be a fantastic rim defender as well. Let me know what you guys think about Sam Hauser. I truly think he is an underrated gem for this Boston Celtics team. And lastly, the last shout out that we're going to give out is to the one and only and the most underappreciated Boston Celtic, and that is Derrick White. We see a tweet here from Legion Hoops saying that Derrick White has more blocks than one of the best rim defenders in the entire NBA, probably even NBA history, in Giannis Antetokounmpo. We can see Derrick White has 67 total blocks compared to Giannis Antetokounmpo's 60, and that is a definite shocking stat for the rest of the league. Everyone wants to say that Derrick White's just a role player. Derrick White can't do this. Derrick White isn't that. He's not an all-star. He's not this esque type of player for the Boston Celtics. He's not even deserving of the top 100, but he has just proved everybody wrong this season, and it truly is showing with these types of stats. He's one of the best defenders in the NBA at the guard position. Was putting up all-star numbers at the all-star break, even though he doesn't have that glorified name. Derrick White's respect will definitely be shown, and this season he's going to work himself to a fantastic extension with this Boston Celtics squad and be a staple for this franchise for the future. Let me know what you guys think about Derrick White as well, because we have some even more stuff to talk about him, as this tweet is from NBA University talking about how Derrick White is shooting a total of a 68.8 effective field goal percentage on pull-up jumpers over the last 15 games, which is the best in the NBA during that span. Derrick White's shooting is devastating for opponents, especially in the clutch, where he is an 81.6% effective field goal percent shooter, plus a bunch of clutch defensive plays. He is a zero weakness player, and as in the middle of recording this video and getting all these images up, the one and only great Kristaps Porzingis retweeted that, praising Derrick White, what even goes to show you his teammates appreciate how great he is. And we've seen Derrick White come alive in the clutch for the Boston Celtics on multiple occasions this season. We've seen him struggle through the first couple quarters in the first half, but in that fourth quarter go 5 for 7 from 3 and help the Celtics win in comeback games. We saw that especially with the New Orleans Pelicans not too long ago, but I believe that was last month. It is amazing to see as a Celtics fan, as he truly is one of the underappreciated gems that's kind of gotten his name built up with this Celtics squad this year. Like I said, let me know what you guys think about Derrick White and his true effectiveness for this Celtics squad this year. And lastly, we're going to be diving in and talking about how Steph Curry realizes how deadly the Celtics are. And Steph Curry at the end of the game yesterday obviously did not have a fantastic performance, was locked up by the Celtics. The Celtics were making sure to follow him, having Derrick White, Jrue Holiday, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, and Jayson Tatum making sure to stop him. Jaylen Brown got that nice backcourt violation too as well on Steph Curry early on in the first half that got the crowd energized, got himself energized, and it truly did wonders for the energy of the crowd, but also for the energy of this team. If we want to dive in and look, this tweet is from Jared Weiss, saying that Steph Curry was asked about the Celtics being motivated by the finals loss, saying that they've played them 4 times since the finals, so that narrative's gotten old. But they're the best team in the league right now, and they've played like it. They played their ass off, and it was hard to watch it from the other side. And we got a tweet here from Clutch Sports as well, saying that Steph Curry said they're hitting 10 threes in the first quarter. That's what we used to do to teams. It's kind of demoralizing. Steph Curry gets blunt on his 52-point loss on the Celtics on Sunday, kind of reminiscing and kind of realizing that his team was doing this just 10 years ago when they were making their finals runs and making a big splash in the early 2010s, mid-2010s for that decade. And he's truly reminiscing and realizing that the Celtics have kind of evolved that game and trying to take in that game and transcended it a little bit better. Obviously, Steph Curry being this one-man show, we can talk about, is the Warriors dynasty dead? Are the Warriors physically done? And honestly, we'll have to wait and see. They had no Andrew Wiggins. They had no Brandon Podziemski, which I'm not going to say would, make this loss any closer than it already was. But the Celtics were without Kristaps Porzingis as well. But in all honesty, the Warriors were not fully healthy, and we have to wait and see. I think if they make some roster changes around the offseason, find some contract structurable stuff with Klay Thompson maybe, they could find themselves to be, still a competent playoff team in the future and, kind of trying to build to that. But clearly, they are not the same team that they once used to be. Obviously, Steph Curry was, hunted, and the Celtics made it a mission that they wanted to get this win. It was a true statement win after the Boston Celtics lost to this Golden State Warriors team already at the beginning of this year in their first matchup. They desperately wanted to get back, especially on their home court after getting brutally embarrassed during the finals there. The Celtics wanted to make sure they got their payback, and they desperately did. Jaylen Brown obviously leading that in the first quarter after he got disrespected by the Warriors defense, but also as a team as a whole. Jayson Tatum coming alive on his birthday, Al Horford doing Al Horford things, being a stay-ready man. Derrick White being clutch on both sides of the ball. Same thing with Jrue Holiday. And we even saw great improvements from, Sam Hauser. Payton Pritchard looked like a phenomenal backup point guard, attacking the rim with ease and proving that he could be, a 3-level scorer for this Boston Celtics squad. Xavier Tillman is truly showing us what he could be in some different small ball lineups and is the next version of Al Horford, and Luke Kornet do things again with that Kornet contest being effective. But like I said, let me know in the comment section down below about what you guys think of this Celtics team and about all of this Celtics news. If you guys are at this point in the video, make sure to check out our other videos at the top here. If you guys do enjoy those, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as we do genuinely appreciate it. We do pump out a bunch of live streams here for this Celtics channel, so if you guys want to make sure you check out those as well, stay tuned as we'll be breaking one of those following the post game of tomorrow's matchup between the Cleveland Cavaliers. Whatever. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.